Hi there, Sarah Herstich here, body image and eating disorder therapist here in Horsham, Pennsylvania. So 70% of women struggle with disordered eating. And a lot of people wonder what exactly is disordered eating. So I just wanted to share a little bit about that. Disordered eating is behaviors around food that cause significant spiritual, emotional, and physical distress. And really the thing that differentiates disordered eating with eating disorders, clinically diagnosed eating disorders, is the severity and the frequency of how often the person is engaging in these types of behaviors. And clinical eating disorders, they really have to be diagnosed by a mental health professional, a medical professional in the healthcare community. Yep, someone like me. So that's 7 out of every 10 women are engaging in disordered eating habits every day. Behaviors that have a negative impact on their emotional and their social well-being. So let's get really real. Let's call out some of these behaviors. Disordered eating behaviors show up in some of the following: skipping meals regularly, obsessive calorie counting, compensating for what's been eaten by exercising, fasting or chronically restrained eating behaviors, and having your self-worth held up in the size or the appearance of your body. So a lot of these behaviors, they sound a lot like dieting for weight loss, don't they? When people promote weight loss as self-love or love yourself enough to change, I cringe because they're actually doing just a ton of harm. Because if 70% of women are already engaging in behaviors that are having a negative impact on their emotional, their spiritual, their social well-being, masquerading weight loss as self-love is actually manipulating them into believing that it's going to work this time. That if they self-love themselves hard enough by skipping meals on the regular, living by a number that MyFitnessPal prescribes, only getting off the treadmill when they hit whatever number of calories burned, even eating within a 5-hour window period of time, that they'll come into their own and they'll finally be worthy because self-love, right? We know statistically, I share this all the time, that most people who diet will actually be unsuccessful in losing and keeping off the weight. No, not because there's something wrong with them. There's actually something really wrong with the diet. That is actually in the extreme eating and exercise behaviors that we end up feeling like failures, beating ourselves up and engaging in the type of self-talk and other behaviors that actually become destructive. So I want you to just take a minute and I want you to think out loud, maybe write down on a piece of paper a few words that come to mind when you think of the word love. It's okay, I'll wait. So last week I did exactly that. I turned to Instagram and I asked the folks on Instagram to tell me what words come to mind when they think of the word love. And it was really interesting because we got a lot of the same themes, a lot of the same words. I'm going to share some of the most common words with you right now. Dedication, understanding, acceptance, appreciation, trust, and respect. Now, I'm not going to tell you what you should think or prescribe to you a certain way to feel like you're loving yourself or engaging in self-love every day, because that would be the same exact thing as telling you to lose weight because of self-love. So I'm just not going to do it. So instead, I want you to slow down, get really curious, and define self-love for yourself. I want you to consider what we know to be hard and true facts that have been researched and proven time and time again about the physical and emotional tolls that dieting cycles cause. And also maybe consider labeling dieting something else other than self-love. Instead of always calling your diet or whatever it is self-love or self-care, consider calling it what it is. You want to lose weight because you want to lose weight, right? Call it out. There's no shame in it. You know, this is your body. You can do whatever it is you want with it. But I just also want you to consider if it really is coming from a place of self-love, and the only way to do that is to really define what self-love means for you. So do me a favor, in the comments, I want you to write the words that come to mind when you think of the word love, and then answer for yourself or share with the community how those words can guide you and the way you approach your relationship to food and your body. So I'm excited to hear your thoughts. If you don't feel comfortable commenting here, you can shoot me an email. Let me know, what words you come up with, how they can really impact or shape the way you're approaching your relationship with food and your body. I really would love to hear from you. And if you're feeling a little bit stuck and you'd like some guidance on how to practice self-love, I'm going to link to my guide for self-love. Go ahead and grab it, read through it. Let me know what you think and if it's prompted you to think of anything outside of the box or anything outside of your norm. To learn more, head to my website at www.sarahherstich.lcsw.com, and I will be talking to you next week.